Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for September 2022. We're going to jump right in here, Taurus, and we are going to take a look at your current general energies, or actually your general energies for the month of September in the first row. In the second row, we are going to take a look at anything unexpected that could be coming in for you in the month of September. You have that New Direction card, and your readings have been kind of about that. We'll talk about that in a minute. Next, we're going to look at the good stuff that is coming in for you in the month of September. Then we're going to look at any messages from your guides in this last row. On top of that, I'm also going to pull 5 main themes for the month at the end. And on top of all that, I'm going to pull 3 yes or no question cards at the end as well. You start off with this amble with a contentment card. It says waiting rather than acting is going to be most advantageous right now. And you also have this lizard card at the end. That lizard card is more of a card of not really like withdrawing, just to withdraw from, people or anything like that, but it's a card of pulling your energy back so that you can be more creative, or so that you can maybe put some of your energy into creative projects. And your very first card is the Ace of Wands. So I feel it would be a great time for you to look at, any creative projects. I'm pretty sure in your mid-monthly reading for August that it was all about you being creative or working on creative projects. So that's what you're doing here, Taurus. You have the Ace of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Hierophant. Again, if you're not trying to get pregnant, I would be careful. Ace of Wands to the Empress. Definitely pregnancy to me. If you are trying to get pregnant, go for it. But other than that, Ace of Wands is like a new creative project, something that inspires you. I keep talking about this. The world needs like more inspiration, I believe, right now. Needs more people to do things that are inspiring. So anything you can do to create something that could potentially inspire other people, I feel would be very important right now. Could be starting a business, could be getting into a positive relationship, could be, pretty much anything that you can possibly imagine. But it is definitely time for you to create. And I feel like you in particular are one of the creators at this time. So definitely a good time for you to do that. Next, you have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is also a card of your inspiration. He has that fish in that cup there. And I always say, on the Page of Cups, that the Page of Cups really represents needing to grab onto that fish. That fish represents something in your imagination, something that maybe you want to create, or something that maybe you want to have in your life, and I feel like you need to grab onto it. It's kind of interesting as well. If we look at this middle row, Page of Cups, Empress, Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. That is amazing. That to me says once you start working on a creative project, it's going to lead to a quick success. So I feel like something is happening very quickly for you with this energy. And it's not going to be something that you have to force to happen either. I think that first card with the seahorses on it, that's really what it's saying. It's not saying don't do anything. It's just saying that this is something that almost has a natural feeling to it, where it has like a natural progress to it. So if you're working on any projects, I feel there's no forcing. You're just kind of doing it, and it just flows out of you. And that's what this looks like to me. You even have the Hierophant, so you are showing up in a very strong position. I mean, with Uranus and Taurus, whenever you have like a planet like Uranus in your sign, it is kind of far away, but to me, Uranus is close enough that it's not generational, and, to me, it's big enough that it matters. So I feel for a lot of you that there's a major focus on you at this time. We even just had that triple conjunction at the end of July in your sign with Uranus. So, I feel there's a major focus on you and the things that you're doing in the world, and I feel you could be getting attention because of that, which is going to be important. Let's clarify this. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Knight of Pentacles. What are you waiting for, right? Knight of Pentacles, he has the ability to do whatever he wants, but he's a card of being too cautious and kind of overthinking things. So I would just get started on anything you want to get moving on. I would also not overthink things. I do also feel that there could be love coming in for you if you want it. Again, I wouldn't really say this is a love reading. You only have the Page of Cups here. And I mean, you have the Hierophant and the Empress as well, but, like I said, is it love-focused? No, but I do feel there is love here if you want it, but again, I would get started. With the Page of Cups, you have the Five of Pentacles. A lot of past disappointments on creative projects that you have worked on is what I would say to you. I would look at it as more a process, like, I feel if you've been working on creative projects and they haven't been as well received as you would like, then this to me is saying, yeah, there have been disappointments, but I feel that you need to keep trying is really what I feel here, Taurus. So for those of you that specifically work on like businesses or, creative projects, like I said, or presenting things, this to me is saying like, you have to keep going with the process, keep creating, because I feel like you're very close. And again, I feel like success is coming very quickly as well. With the Hierophant, you have the Hierophant, basically the universe saying I meant what I said. So there is a major focus on you at this time. It's going to be interesting. I want to see, what happens as we clarify the reading. It'll be interesting to see what happens this way because, Empress, the Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles is basically pre-Empress energy. So you have like a little bit of glow up energy going on here. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this New Directions card. This is the whole thing that I talk about constantly right now with experimentation. It's like if you have a business that has been leading to disappointments, Five of Pentacles, not really disappointments, but it is disappointing. Five of Pentacles, right? So I feel like you've been feeling lack in some area of like the whatever you've been working on. And I feel this New Direction card is saying that you're only going to discover a new direction through experimentation, through trying new things. So it's like, you never know. I always like to use the example of like so many startups that have become billion-dollar startups. It's like they started as one thing and turned into another, before. So they originally had a different intent when they started out. But it's like if they didn't go through the process, they wouldn't have discovered what they were truly supposed to be. And I feel that some of you, this is saying, even if you're experiencing failures, keep failing because, it's like eventually I feel you're going to stumble into what you are truly, meant to be, which is whatever you want to be, really. You have the Queen of Swords, the Empress, and the Five of Pentacles. Again, Queen of Swords is finally seeing things clearly. She has clouds only halfway up her body. I also feel you are understanding what you are good at with this energy as well. She, again, is, if she wants to focus, she has her hand out. She's ready and willing to receive, and she has it out to that Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is gratitude and luxuries. As I've said a million times to you, there's a major focus on gratitude, luxuries, the nicer things in life with Uranus and Taurus for sure. You have the Empress. It is interesting. It's interesting to me, that you have the Queen of Swords. She's reaching out to the Nine of Pentacles, and then you have the Empress right below her. But, intuitively, it's almost saying to me that you, this is saying, don't sell yourself short. And I feel like I say that to you all the time because to me it's saying you're thinking in your head that you're Nine of Pentacles, but actually you are the Empress, right? You do have this energy already in the reading, and it doesn't matter what gender you are, by the way. This is just the ability to create abundance in your life, the ability to create the things that you desire to create in, whatever that means. So I feel for a lot of you, this is about just creating, being the creator that you are with this energy and kind of putting things out into the world, whatever it is that you're creating. You have the Five of Pentacles as well. So some of you I do feel could be feeling left out in the cold in general, or you could be feeling, it's like I get this disappointment energy from the Five of Pentacles. I don't know. I just keep getting that word on the Five of Pentacles. So again, I understand that the Five of Pentacles doesn't necessarily mean disappointments, but, kind of does. And what I would say here is I think what's unexpected is a quick turnaround in your life. Like I said, this to me is something happening very quickly in your life. Even if we go Five of Pentacles going this way to the King of Wands, the King of Wands could be a person, but it can also be your energy, being bold, being assertive, creating, and being creative. That wouldn't even necessarily be a person because it's showing up in the area of advice from your guides. And so I feel a lot of you are either going to be experiencing a turnaround or are experiencing a turnaround. And again, I think it's no mistake that, it's a dandelion on this card with all those little seeds going out. I feel like this is saying that, as I've been saying for months, you have to put all the seeds out into the world, and whatever grows, take care of it. Nine of Pentacles, Empress, both cards of growing something. So, that's what I'll say there. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Emperor. Again, if you're looking for love, definitely could be a divine counterpart, whatever you want to call it, coming in for you here. Could be an Aries or a fire sign. If you're not looking for love, or even if you are, I do like the combination of the Emperor and the Empress together just in general, because to me, it's you are working with both energies. So you're working with the kind of maybe like the action-oriented side of the Emperor, and you're also working with the more creative side of the Empress. But I feel you are integrating your own energy together. And again, like I said at the beginning of the reading, that maybe that's why it would be a good time for you to be a little bit more withdrawn. Again, I'm not saying you're withdrawing. I think some people think like that means like you just live in a cave. No, that's not what I'm talking about here, Taurus. But maybe you're just taking more time for yourself, nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself, and all those things I think would be good for you. With the Empress, you have the Lovers. So again, definitely could be love. But this could also be you kind of picking a new path, starting a new journey. And I see that for you. Again, whatever you've been working on for, I don't know, years maybe, it's like, I feel like you're going to end up somewhere you probably did not expect. And I'm not trying to be mysterious here. I just think that again, to me, this reading strikes me as you going through the process of figuring out what you're going to become or whatever, right? With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, something's dead, done, over with. Probably from the past. So I do feel some of you could be experiencing feeling left out in the cold for sure. And this could be a breakup, but it kind of looks like a background story to me. Even this, this bottom row, 9 of Wands to the 5 of Swords. Some of you could be experiencing a breakup, but I feel like you're just moving away from it. I don't think it's not a dominant part of your reading. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Here and Now card. So I do feel you are practicing being present at this time. And I feel that the more present you can be and the more you can work with the energies that you do have, probably the better. I kind of do feel like this push-pull, even though, again, this row is meant to be positive no matter what, but I do feel a push-pull. It's like I feel this energy of, knowing that I could create more if I put myself in your shoes, knowing that I could experience more and kind of wanting to get there. So I do feel this is maybe saying slow it down a little bit. Enjoy the energy that you're in right now. You have the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. Nine of Pentacles is a really good card of gratitude and luxuries, card of being able to create wealth as well. There's a major focus in your reading on your environment. There's a snail right here, and the snail wears its home on its back, so it kind of represents your environment, where you are, where you live, the things that are around you. And I feel like if you can create a positive environment, that will be very good for you with the Nine of Pentacles. But I definitely see abundance coming in for you. I mean, you have the Ace of Pentacles as well. There could be a pretty big opportunity coming in for you with this Ace of Pentacles. And I'm really focused on this. I'll show you. I'm really focused on this right here. You can see this like archway that leads to some mountains. Mountains in the tarot represent accomplishments. The Ace of Pentacles is also meant to represent the garden. Again, you are going to keep getting these messages because of Uranus and Taurus. I mean, Uranus and Taurus wants pretty much everybody, but definitely you, because it's in your sign, to build something that you like nurture and take care of and raise. It could be a business. It could be a relationship. It's going to be different for all of us, of course, but, whatever it is, it's like the more that you can really put your energy into something that matters to you, the better. Right? And that's what I would be doing with this Ace of Pentacles. I would build something that matters to you. Whether, again, it doesn't matter what it is. You also have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands card of not giving up. And I do feel that here. Nine of Wands is, of course, the wounded warrior. I do feel like, again, this background energy is the best way I could describe it, where maybe you've experienced a heartbreak or some sadness recently. And like it's in the background is what I would say. Maybe it's affecting you, but I also feel like it's not affecting you as much as it once did. I have like a story popping into my head for you, Taurus, where it's like maybe you broke up with a person, a while ago, and maybe they're kind of still in your energy field, let's put it that way. And I feel for some of you, you're kind of drifting away, but at the same time, I got that push-pull thing, right? Back and forth energy. Again, this row is meant to represent the good stuff, so it looks like, to me, you are moving away from this energy. But let's see here. That was just a bunch of cards that flew out. It wasn't just like one, just so you know. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Five of Cups. Again, this row is meant to represent the good stuff, so I feel that you are kind of getting over, some sort of loss or disappointment or regrets that you have had. I feel like you could be just coming out of the cold in general. Five of Pentacles twice, Five of Cups, the whole 9 yards. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Cups. Definitely could be a love offer coming in for you. I feel like you've had a water sign showing up in your readings quite a bit recently. So if you're looking for love, could be a water sign coming in for you here. I feel like this person could have Gemini in their chart as well. That Lover's card is really standing out to me as like a person who finds you attractive. It's coming up on the Empress. So if you're looking for love, could be like someone with Gemini in their chart or something like that. But it looks pretty good. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Ace of Pentacles again. So I kind of feel you could be getting an opportunity to create something big in your life. Again, Ace of Pentacles is a big opportunity. It's not just like a tiny little opportunity. It's usually something that you have to take care of. Again, the card itself represents the garden, like the Garden of Eden, but it represents something you have to take care of, like a garden, something you have to put a lot of work into. So usually it's like a big opportunity that you could be focusing on here. Looks pretty good. Next, in the area of any messages from your guides, you have this lizard card. In this deck, this is a card of withdrawing, kind of pulling your energy back. And it's not a card that says you're like cutting people out necessarily or totally avoiding people. It just says like when you feel like being on your own or focusing on creative projects, it might be a good time to do that. It can be a card of really needing to focus on creative projects as well. And that's exactly what I would do here. I don't really remember, but what I'm getting here is I think in the book for this deck, and I could be making this up, it's like a card of being too picky. That's popping into my head, but I feel like this, again, has to do with things that you're creating. It's like I think sometimes we create something and it doesn't look perfect to us, but maybe it's amazing to other people. So I feel like this is saying if you're creating things, art, YouTube videos, businesses, relationships, it's like make sure you're not like nitpicking the things that are things about the whatever it is, right? Because I feel like nitpicking is going to slow the energy down. And again, this energy, I feel like saying it wants to move fast. Like, look, you have this Eight of Wands here. So you have the King of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Five of Swords. I kind of get the feeling intuitively that something wants to move quickly here with the Eight of Wands, and maybe it isn't moving as quickly as it wants to. And remember, I think there's a difference between kind of like you have that first card here, which says waiting rather than acting. But there's a certain sense of flow. It's like when we do something that is in our alignment, whatever you want to call it, I feel like it can move very quickly, even with very little action, because it's like we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. And that's what's going on here with this Eight of Wands. It's almost like you're opening a faucet. You know, it's like you don't have to do anything other than kind of just a little bit of action, turning the faucet on, and then it just flows, right? And that's kind of what I get here with this Eight of Wands. I get more of a opening the faucet type of energy. You have the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really going for the things that you want. And that is definitely an energy I would be embracing at this time. Almost every single sign get something about this right now. And as I said in the 2022 readings, fortune favors the bold for sure. So anything we can do, if we just do it and we do it with like bravery, then I feel we'll be much more successful with the King of Wands. Could also be a fire sign coming in for some of you. You also have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is a card of separation. I definitely feel that separation kind of vibe going on here with the Five of Swords. So I feel like some of you could have experienced a separation from something, maybe like the loss of something as well. Could be anything, but let's clarify this and let's see what we have going on for you. With the King of Wands, Three of Swords, again, separation. I feel like if you went through a separation recently, it was probably very necessary to go through a separation. I do feel like portal energy, I have been for a couple of weeks, where I kind of feel that for the best way I could describe it is for some people, not everybody, I feel there could be like choices that we've had to make in life where it's like we stay on this side of the portal or this side of the portal, you know, and it's like part of that could be, you know, leaving people in the past, right, who belong in the past. And I kind of feel that for some of you, where it's almost like, you know, you have so much glow up energy, Empress, Nine of Pentacles. Sometimes it's like people can't, you know, match our vibrations. Like we have to upgrade maybe without them. And I kind of get that energy for you here, Taurus. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, like good news coming in for you with that Eight of Wands. So I do feel like there's some good news. I would be paying attention to your dreams, your daydreams. I've been having like crazy dreams the past like couple of weeks. I don't know about you, so I would pay attention to that. And with the Five of Swords, you have the Page of Cups. See, the thing is, I feel also that for some of us, if we're leaving people behind in the past, we could be discovering new love very, very quickly. And that's what this looks like to me, is like a new love offer after a breakup or a separation. Pretty simple stuff here, Taurus, so love it. Now, we're going to pull five cards now that are going to be the five main energies, or, you know, whatever you want to call it, that you could be dealing with this month. You start off with this June card here. I always clarify these monthly cards. And you also have this tiger. It says doing something risky, taking a chance. Five of Swords. Five of Swords, you know, not an accurate tarot level, but I don't know, I think it's accurate. Five of Swords is my card of taking a risk. So I definitely feel any risks that you could take to put yourself out there in any area of your life would be a good idea. This could be something you've been thinking about since June. Next, you have this quill card. It says, get back to basics. Remember with that lizard card, I feel kind of, if we get stuck being nitpicky in our head about anything that we want to do in our life, if we're kind of like examining it too much, maybe just kind of getting started, going back to basics is a good idea with this quill energy, right? Just doing what you can with what you got is what I would say there on any creative projects, any businesses, and even relationships as well. It's like, don't be thinking like, oh, I'm going to go out to find a person I'm going to marry. Just be like, oh, I'm going to go out, just have a good time. Just meet a person, go on a date, right? I would break things down simply. Next, you have this pale card. It says, time to get out of a situation. Like 3 people have this card, I'm pretty sure. So definitely you could be leaving a situation that no longer serves you. Like I said, I feel this has to do with the portal. It's almost like, some of us are going to like one side, some people are standing on the other side, and there is no right or wrong here. I just think that some are staying in one energy, we could be moving on to another. I don't know, that's what I get. Next, you have this success card. So clearly there's success probably happening very quickly, but the success is, like I said, it's like turning on a faucet. It's almost like you're just allowing a flow to happen here, Taurus, and see, it doesn't even want to focus. There you go. So I feel for a lot of you, there is success, of course. And finally, you have this box. It says you will receive a gift. A lot of gift energy as well coming up in these September readings. And I feel like these could be gifts from the universe, maybe because of like work that we've been doing, or just, sometimes I think when we've been going through challenges like we have been, just in general, the universe provides us with like a gift, right? So I love that. But we're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards now. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3 right here. Feel free to pause this reading if you need time to think of your questions, 1, 2, and 3. For question number 1, I would say yes, strength card. I feel like you've been patient, And again, this is something that she is working on every single day. You see, this lion is submitting to her. So I feel for a lot of you, whatever you're asking about, you've been thinking about for a long time, and maybe you've been working on. So I'd say yes. For question number 2, I would say yes, definitely love coming in for you. So if you're asking about love, which you probably are in this question, I would say yes, Page of Cups, plain and simple. And for question number 3, I would say yes, 4 Swords. I feel like this, whatever you're asking about, needs more development time. That's the word that's popping into my head. So whatever you're asking about probably just needs some more time, but I feel like there are blessings coming in here, whatever you're asking about. And again, I would meditate for answers on question number 3 as well. But this looks pretty good, so thank you for being here, Taurus. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.